Section 6.1 is on ratios, proportions, and the geometric mean. So in this section, we're going to talk about ratios, we're going to solve some proportions, we're going to talk about the vocabulary of proportions, means, and extremes, and then we're going to do some problems on geometric mean. So as you know, a ratio just compares two numbers, and I'd like to think of ratios as fractions. All of these would be ratios. Notice the 5 to 7 over here on the right. This can be also written as 5/7, just like the A divided by B could be written as A to B. That's how we express ratios. We can even add more numbers into the ratio, and basically that just gives you fractions within a fraction. A proportion is an equation with fractions. So each of these are proportions. And the bottom one we can solve because the bottom one only has one variable. The bottom one we can solve. So we can isolate the A. We can just use our normal rules for solving equations, or we can learn our properties of proportions and use those. My 7th grade math teacher taught me the product of the means equals the product of the extremes. And so the means are the middle terms of the proportion. Those are the means. And the extremes are the first and last terms of the proportion. One of the reasons that they call them the means and the extremes are when they're written in this way. You can see that the middle numbers are the B and the C, and the outside numbers are the A and the D. So that's why the A and D are the extremes, and that's why the B and C are the means. And the product of the mean. All right, the first property of proportion is the one that your junior high teachers told you, cross multiply. And basically that's what this shows here. If you have A over B is equal to C over D, you can solve the proportion easier if you just shortcut some of your algebra rules and cross multiply. So this is shown right here if you have 2/3 and 4/6, and we all know that 2/3 is equal to 4/6. When we cross multiply, you get 2 times 6 equals 3 times 4, and of course 12 equals 12, so we know that's true. So when solving 3/5 is equal to 15 over x, we're going to cross multiply. So 3x equals 75, divide both sides by 3, and x equals 25. So again, a lot easier to solve these proportions because you're getting rid of that fraction by cross multiplying.